minimize that.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And there we are.
Fix the old camera. The mother dude. Hi. Why is that on camera? Oh, because my camera's pointing at... Ah, it was almost pointing at my crotch.
Oh no, a crotch shot.
Yeah, that's... Is that better? No, that's not where it should be. Weird that the camera's not perfectly done yet.
Yeah, that's weird. Hey, wait, is that a different background?
How do I like it? Is it like that? No. I may have overestimated when I put the camera stuff together, but I can fix this.
Oh boy.
Do-do-do.
Joaquin Costa, good evening, Yippee community. Lance's Fantasy Gaming. I'm now an Ultra fan. I'm an Ultra fan now. I can make love to my wife. Perfect, exactly. Flip of the dude, J Crutch. Where do I sign? I mean, it seems like he's fixing the J
That ought to
Crotch problem.
do it.
Oh no, we were all hoping for a J Crotch.
Yeah, I bet.
Lucky Bedu woo.
Ooh woo. There, does that look good? Yeah, that looks right. Andy Crimson! Howdy, y'all. Sorry I've been away, but I love y'all, and I look forward to chatting with y'all tonight. Nice!
Sweet.
And what Andy Crimson means by chatting is because tonight is the EonsOfBattle Patreon stream, which we do every single Friday. And we all hop into a Discord server and chit-chat.
Very, very true.
Just a bunch of
Very
nerds and chicky nugs talking to each other about how life's going, what's going on, what did we buy, who made an annoying YouTube video this week. It's great.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
And it's always us.
Yep.
But the camera could use a little. Actually, it looks not bad. Just turn that contrast down. What happens if I turn the contrast up?
I think you
oh
should
my god!
Yeah, you should take saturation to 1,000.
Mm-hmm. Brightness is good though, and the focus
Super
is
contrast.
the focus. Yeah, the focus is good. Michael Elder, great to see you boys back again. I know we've been gone for too long.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say the tan is good at this point. I might do some touch-ups later. I guess now I have time to move on to silver.
George Gajardo, Jay, welcome back to the Lazy Painters Club. Contrast paints for the lazy win.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Antonio, I love that yesterday I asked about terrain, hoping that you guys, my guides, would with my inspiration, could enlighten me with your wisdom, and today your video was basically, yeah, terrain is a pain.
Yep.
Trunk Lyric, hey, just finished up 10 Necron Warriors. Nice! Put them in EOB, if you got a before pick.
Or do it anyways, and it just won't be featured.
Yeah.
But, yep.
That color.
Because we always give it a good old scroll through. we have seen every single model that's been submitted in that channel. Pretty wild.
Oil. A little bit of where'd you go? Lead belcher. There we go. Gonna do a little true metallic metal. Aaron Ferguson playing Halo Infinite. Neat. I like the look of Halo. Never played it, but it looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
CJ Kilbride. Hey, Jake. And that other guy. Nailed it.
Yeah. I'm the other guy.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, speaking of, I'm trying out a new thing. So, a while ago, Ninjon told me to buy this Liquitex Heavy Body Acrylic Titanium White, and I love it. This is the only white I use now. And so I have now bought the Liquitex Ivory Black Heavy Body Acrylic. And it's got the same dot and the same sun with a 1 in it. So I'm hoping I will like it just as much.
Mm-hmm. And we all know what those mean.
Yeah. Boop. Oh, black paint. Ooh, it feels a little less heavy body than the whites. Or maybe I'm just imagining things. It's looking at us. Jay keeps changing rooms and I'm scared.
I'm scared too.
Squarehead 29.
George Gazzardo, is that a new camera or has my ISP stopped throttling me for a bit? It's all the same.
Everything is exactly the same.
There is nothing different.
Squarehead 29. Hey man, your videos are really well put together. Enjoy watching them with my girlfriend. Always relaxing and entertaining. Nice. Way to flex throwing your girlfriend in there.
Yep. Yep. She's not watching them though. I can guarantee that one. That's awesome.
Oh my gosh, did the water cup not make it over here? I'll be right back.
Holy cow. Antonio, change of room scares us because we fear one day we'll join at 9 p.m., but you guys will go into another 5-year hiatus. Oh yeah, that's next. Yep. And that's always a good thing to do, is just to leave and leave people wondering what happened. And it was really fun seeing people's conspiracy theories. I know like the first time we left, it was like we made a Warhammer Bolter prop video, and then we had like 1 or 2 other videos, and then we left, and people's theory was that we got shut down by Games Workshop, which I loved.
And I'm back.
And that was pretty good.
Yeah, it knocked over everything.
Oh, here we go. Squarehead 29. She has her own Tyranny to Kill team. She's an actual artist and paints better than me. Okay, well now it all makes sense. Lucky bad. I thought you were gonna say we got shot by Games Workshop. No. That's what they would do now.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they would do to us now. I was saying that. Remember we made that Bolter video like way back when, and then we made a couple more videos, then we stopped making videos, and people theorized that we got shut down by Games Workshop.
Yes, that's true.
Which is hilarious. But now I think Games Workshop would just kill us, and then that would be a video that someone would make.
Aaron H, hey guys.
We're guys. Drunk Lyric, are you guys behind schedule with EOB Complete? Oh yeah, I don't know. Are we even a month behind anymore? I feel like we're like 2 months behind. It's pretty wild. It's sometimes they get lost. If you post it on Instagram, sometimes they get lost, and it's a pain to use Instagram. So if Discord's probably the best way to get the photos to us. But yeah, we're really behind. I'm looking at it now. Yeah, it's ooh. Mm-hmm.
George Shadow, well, it's technically not a denial. You may have been shut down by Games Workshop, but came back to shill for freedom. Yeah!
There you go.
Well, the problem was we signed the NDA way back in the day, and so we weren't allowed to do anything for 3 years. But since it's now lifted, and we're in the process of signing the new NDA, so when that gets signed, you can expect us to leave for a couple more years.
Yep. We actually wrote our own NDA.
Yeah.
Games Workshop we haven't talked to Games Workshop ever. So we actually wrote up our own to fit in with all the cool kids. We just like signing stuff away.
Tim Splitner, first time here. What's the dislike thing? Yeah, well, you gotta dislike the video. That's the rules. If you're gonna watch, you gotta dislike. Joaquin Casa, do you guys enjoy smaller 1,000-point games or just prefer smaller games be something like Kill Team? I really like skirmish games. They're way easier because we're so busy. And the big battle games kind of really benefit from like working on list building and list tailoring, and we don't really have any time for anything. So if there's a game that we can just sit down and play, which is usually skirmish games, those are a lot easier.
Yeah.
Although we will play the big games.
Mm-hmm. I know we just mentioned 40k and we're like, oh god.
No.
Yep. Trying to figure out all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I like this one. Jason M. EOB made Games Workshop sign an NDA.
Yeah, they can't disclose our secrets.
That'd be a hilarious thing to do. We'll sign your NDA, but we're gonna make up our own.
Mike Alder, Janik, have you ever used the Winsor & Newton Professional Acrylic Series? As it would seem, the paint would last longer being in the tubes. What are your thoughts, please, gentlemen? I really like Winsor & Newton brushes. Oh, no, wait, I've never used them. I've used DaVinci Maestro. Don't know anything about it.
Winsor & Newton makes the oil paints, like the nicer oil paints and stuff.
Yeah.
I know they make a bunch of other things.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, like acrylic paints. I've never used the acrylic paints, though. But tubes are better than bottles.
Mm-hmm.
And pots.
And pots.
Jason M., I'd love to see a video on the differences between 40k and Kill Team.
Boy, there's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot.
You can if you start with the all of the Models and Memories Weekly where I talk about Kill Team, that's a good start.
Mm-hmm.
But I love Kill Team. It's a good game.
Because the previous version of Kill Team was basically just 40k but small.
Yeah,
it was really its own game.
Mm-hmm.
Like where an Orc Commando would have 1 or 2 wounds. In new Kill Team 21, it has 10.
Yeah.
And it's alternate activation. I go, you go, I go, you go.
Activation points instead of phases. Or instead of like movement phase, psychic phase.
Yes. You can choose from a list of things.
Mm-hmm. Stratagems and strategic ploys.
Command points are the same.
Yeah.
There you go. Movement. You use the thingy, although you can just use inches.
Yeah, the game is done in regular inches. Although I don't mind. I don't particularly enjoy triangle, circle, square, pentagon. But if you just go by 1, 2, 3, 6 inches, it works just fine.
Yeah. I also I feel like I know the argument is in other countries they don't use inches and stuff, but
Hmm.
just have 1, 2, 3
Yeah,
on the thing. It wouldn't matter.
yeah,
Just it's arbitrary.
and there's been speculation that this is Games Workshop trying to squeeze money out of the fans because they have to
Mm-mm.
buy the thingy. But like in the rule book, it says, here's how the measuring works, or just use a tape measure.
Yep. Wait a second. Did you actually read the rule book instead of just assuming a ton of stuff?
Ha 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 ha.
That's wild. What I would have done is I would have made a YouTube video about how it sucks first and then not read the book still.
I mean, a couple of grandmas might get taken for a ride, but grandmas are always getting shafted when they're buying things for little Billy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Little Billy didn't want that Furby.
Jonathan Vega. So we got any Fallout fans, sir? I am the biggest fan of Fallout New Vegas. It is one of my all-time favorite video games. I have like 200 hours in it. Absolutely adore that game, and one day I will play it again. I hope. And Nick is a mega fan.
Oh yeah, I played every game. Lance's Fantasy Gaming. I bought the new Kill Team starter box. I hope I will like it.
Ooh, neat. The
Good box?
Chalnath.
Well, I don't think that one's out yet.
Oh,
Octaris.
Octaris.
Octagonaris.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Octagonopus.
Mm-hmm. Roderick Lenz. Any thoughts? Kill Team versus Necromunda versus Infinity.
Oh boy, Necromunda looks badass, and I've heard it's more narrative driven, and it has tons and tons and tons of unique models made for it, so it doesn't borrow from big 40k like Kill Team does. It's its own thing with its own art style. Infinity is kind of in the same boat. I've heard Infinity has instead of activation points, it has an activation pool, so you can give you can give uneven numbers of activation points, which is kind of cool. So you can have like 3 guys lay low a turn, but then one guy really just gets to do whatever he wants, which is kind of a cool mechanic. I know Dreadball does something similar. Yeah. I play Kill Team and I like it a lot.
I played Kill Team as well, and I like it a lot. We're gonna play it this weekend. Can you even believe it?
Oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna crush.
Hopefully we'll be doing a two 1v1s happening at the same time.
Yeah.
George Gujardo, gonna need you all to never mention shafted grannies again.
Yeah.
Why? Michael Elder, the acrylic colors are very vibrant, plus mixing the colors yourself to get what you like would be a good way to express your style, in my opinion.
Neat.
Yeah, neat. But they're good.
Hey guys, greetings from Athens, Greece. How you doing? Hi.
Mm-hmm. That's your name now, too, by the way.
Antonio, you can't read the rule book. That's illegal. It is.
I know.
Well, it is how we read it.
Yep. We have the rule book.
We do.
We don't have the other book. I mean, we
allegedly.
have the other book.
Yeah, we have it. We are just making silly joke.
Ha 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 ha. We are very funny. Nurgle's Chosen Wog. Any plans on a vid of painting Kill Team orc terrain?
Yes, I am planning on doing something like that. I have painted all of, yeah, I have painted all the train for Octeris, except for one piece, and that I am planning on saving for a video.
There you go.
Should get a move on with that. Otherwise, everyone's gonna be like, I already painted it.
I already painted it. Jeez. It's almost like there's just tons of videos to make.
Yeah.
I feel like there's kind of an endless amount of videos.
Yeah, seemingly, yeah. It seems like it.
I remember when we first started, we were like, how are we going to come up with any videos? And then all of us, we just have tons. We have almost too many.
We do.
We should give away some of our ideas to other people and see what happens.
Miguel Gonzalez, buenas noches from Spain. It's funny number 420 around here, and I wanted to know if you have some of the new have you seen some of the new Warhammer Plus animations? Yes, I've enjoyed them all. I am loving the Blood Angel show, Assault on Blood Angel or whatever it's called, and I really liked all the episodes of Hammer and Bolter as well. I think my favorite was the library episode. George Guicciardo. But why? You wouldn't download a car, would you?
Bleh.
Wasn't the new Lamborghini 3D printed? I think I saw a YouTube video about that.
I have
I
no
mean,
idea.
it was by the company, so it wasn't illegally downloaded, but it'd be funny.
Yeah, they're gonna release the STL for that.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, I saw
STL
on
question
my
mark.
way on my way home today. I saw somebody in a Lamborghini.
Really? Was it a
Yeah.
white Countach?
No, it was
No.
it was an orange something, whatever the normal one is.
I saw a white Countach like 5 months ago, and it was pretty badass.
Yeah. I was upset that he wasn't driving very fast, although the road is bad. So. What I can't believe is there's so many people around here that have the new Corvette. It's wild. Like everyone has one. Just a lot of older men have these Corvettes. It's kind of fun.
Older men is a derogatory. It's men of a certain age.
Men of a certain age. I am sorry if I offended anyone on the chat today. It's that and Teslas. A lot of Teslas.
Yeah, a lot of Teslas.
Just an insane amount. I mean, there's a dealership now.
Nurgle's Chosen Wog. Need to get 4 more sets to make a full 40k table. That ought to do it. Honestly, I mean, the Octeris stuff, you can push it all together to make one big orc fortress, which is pretty badass. And I would love like a half dozen of the fuel pumps. I think they would just look so cool lined up.
Antonio, wait, Nick, you don't have a Corvette? Just get one.
Yeah.
And sell for profit to buy a Titan from Forge World. There you go. Oh, here we go. Blackwater Clock. They like to be called silver foxes. Alright, so we'll have to start saying that. Yeah, we don't want to offend anybody. This is a very, we try to be positive on these streams. Uh-oh. George Gajardo, this old guy is offended. We prefer the term dusty farts. Maybe silver farts? Would that work as a whole? Dusty silver farts?
If you want to be cool with it, you can be like fart dusties.
There you go.
I was talking to a couple of fart dusties the other day. Sounds way worse.
They were talking about how Warhammer used to be good in the 90s. Yeah.
No, they ruined it.
Exactly.
I think I might should I make the accent color on these guns yellow? I tried that on my On some models. Oh, no, I still did red on the bolt guns, and then I did yellow on the close combat weapons on my assault interceptors. So yeah, I probably won't put yellow on these guys. It was a fun, fleeting thought, though.
You should put green on them.
Mm-hmm.
But like in random places.
USA Libertarian. Filfs.
There you go.
Jason M., what's the difference between a Corvette and a porcupine? I don't know, but I can't wait for the punchline.
Yeah, I can't wait either.
Tom from Micromanagement. I'm painting my chaplain with you. Ah, nice.
Sweet. Ah, I almost knocked over my bubbly.
Mmm.
Jeez, there'd be bubbles all over the place. Like scrubbing bubbles, like the little guy.
Michael Bublé.
Ooh, Michael Bublé. Here we go. Jason M. A porcupine has the pricks on the outside.
Ah, that's pretty good.
I get it. That is pretty good.
That's a good joke.
Mm-hmm. Kyle Smith, anyone you have good ideas for different color orc skin?
Yeah, just pick a random green and then pick another random green, and those are your two colors. I guess you could randomize which one's your accent and which one's your highlight color, and then go to town. And then just pick a random one for every orc boy. That's what I do.
GeForce member 45 has the best idea, though. Blue!
Yeah, there you go.
Agreed. Antonia, what's the difference between a Corvette and a 2,000 point completed army? I might have a Corvette one day.
Nah.
There you go.
It's funny because it's true.
Mm-hmm. George Gajardo, you guys ever played Team Fortress 2, or was that before your time?
I've never played it, although I looked into it a little because somebody posted a comment today saying that those maps are like legendary, and so I might be taking a look. I don't know if I'll play it, but I'll definitely take a look at the maps.
Yeah, I mean, I knew a couple of people in high school playing it, but I played StarCraft and Minecraft instead.
I like a good shooter. They're so like mindless. I absolutely love them because like sometimes, like especially doing like YouTube and making videos and writing videos and stuff, it's very like mentally taxing. Those games there's no brain activity. It's just like fight or flight responses. And so usually I would like turn on a Joe Rogan and I'd be eating chips and then just playing those games.
All those things go well together, I would say.
Yeah. Because, there's no planning. There's no anything.
Yeah.
Callan Bear, does holding the piece of wood not become uncomfortable after a while at the edges? I use cork cylinders. I used cork for a little while. I found that it was a little bit too tall and my models would get knocked over. I don't find them uncomfortable because I really have a delicate grip on the model. I don't put any real pressure. Really, I'm just holding my hands like this, and the top of the base kind of just sits on top of my fingers. So yeah, I've never found hand strain. I also am sitting at a very tall table, and so my entire arm and hand and like the meat of my hand is resting flat on the table. So really, it's just a couple of fingers doing any work whatsoever.
Yeah, tall table is pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's also better for your back.
Sailor Return. What's the difference between a Corvette and a full table of Games Workshop terrain? Sailor Return. About $5.
There you go.
Tom from Micromanagement. I was wondering, does Zenithal highlights show up through paints like Leadbelcher and Mephiston Red? They will if you water them down a lot. Although metallics tend to overpower Zenithal just because of the glitter in them. But yeah, if you really want to take full advantage of the Zenithal undercoat, you have to thin your paints a lot. I also like to add in a little bit of matte medium so that the color gets thin, but the paint doesn't kind of become watery.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Morales. Team Fortress is the Schnitz. Tristan Lee, I know you've said you aren't getting any Legion-specific chaplains aside from the Interrogator, but you should get Asterath, just due to how different he looks compared to the other chaplains. Oh yeah, that's the Blood Angels chaplain with like the crazy wings. That guy's pretty dope. I might get him. USA Libertarian, I can't play StarCraft anymore. Too taxing. Yeah, I was feeling that a little bit. Like early last year, I was trying to play some Factorio. And I kept like turning it off after like 10 minutes because I'm like, this is also work. Trying to figure out where my hoses should go and where my machine should go.
Yeah, it is.
Craig Jones, Asterath is awesome. It's too bad it's Finecast. My son collects Blood Angels, and I would like to get it for him, but I've had decent success with the Blood Angel or with the Space Marine Finecast. It was the Necrons I bought that really were a bummer. But every Space Marine Finecast I bought has been acceptable. Not good, but acceptable. Like really, the casting is fine. It's just all the gates that you have to find and shave off. It's a little frustrating. Especially since they shouldn't need to exist. I mean, no other company has their models covered in just gates that you have to find and then shave off and then kind of figure out what was supposed to be underneath them.
Mm-hmm.
The Necrons are real bad. Maybe there's a video in just being angry for the entire time while I fix Imhotep the Stormlord.
Probably.
Like, why?
Mm-hmm. And you freak out and start running away.
Mm-hmm.
And then you don't make a YouTube video for 5 years.
Yeah.
And you come back randomly with a song.
Mm-hmm.
Hugh, just started watching you. Love all the hard work.
Yeah, thank you. It is. Kyle Smith, so what race train would you like to play on most of money, if money and time was not an issue? I would definitely say Necrons would be the least interesting to me. I don't know, Necron stuff just seems a little boring. Just pyramids.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Eldar would be pretty cool.
Eldar would be cool. Especially if there was good-looking Eldar models, which currently don't exist.
What? Yep.
No, I like the Wraith stuff, but everything that has an Eldar in it, I think, doesn't look that good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think... I don't know, maybe a crashed spaceship would be really cool. Like a crashed Imperial spaceship. And not the Aquila lander that they made 10 years ago. Like a real proper, space travel spaceship. That would be really cool.
So like, would you be like fighting in a space Hulk?
Yeah, a little bit. Or maybe it's like crashed into the ground and it's partly submerged.
Ah. Yeah, that could be pretty cool. I think an interesting kill team scenario would be on a space Hulk.
Yeah.
Just doing stuff.
Have you ever heard of Zone Mortalis?
Nope.
Forge World used to sell these tiles called Zone Mortalis, and it was a bunch of square tiles and like
How many
6-inch high
gates?
walls. Probably not that many, because I think they literally just were slab. Like I think they were like a one-sided mold, but and you were kind of just meant to build these mazes, and so you fight in a maze, and that seemed really really cool.
Yeah.
You could make a Zone Mortalis, just walls and middles.
Mm-hmm. We can make that happen.
Joaquin Casa agreed. Necron Finecast is bad when the staves are so warped. Yeah, they're awful. Kalen Bear, my Orc Finecast Weird Boy was okay for the most part. Yeah, my Orc Finecasts were also pretty good. Sparehead29, my Eldar Rangers were pretty bad for gates as well. Yes, I built 10 Guardians and 10 Fire Drakes, and it was miserable getting them all cleaned up.
Mm-hmm.
Kaz the Grot, are you going to get any of the new Squeak stuff? Or are you going to stay with trucks and cars? I mean, for me, it's going to be trucks and cars all day, all night.
Yep. I mean, I would much rather go mech. All mech.
With a one big stompa in the middle.
Oh, yeah. Mech.
How many Mega Knobs?
50.
Nice. I like the Mega Knobs. They're really cool. I don't think they work in my army, because my army is going to be speedy, and they're probably like the slowest thing you can get. But I do like them.
And they're really cheap. That's the thing that I like about
yeah, I mean, just pick up a dozen. It's not even a thing.
Yeah, it's like 3 for what, $500?
Yeah, it's something right about there. Looking at as Harlequin terrain sounds pretty wizard. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Squarehead29. If we give Games Workshop 20 more years, we might get new Eldar models that aren't from the 90s. It'd be really funny though if like Eldar Terrain comes out, or if Eldar stuff comes out next year, and then in 20 years people are complaining that their models are from the 2020s.
Mm-hmm.
That's so long ago. Ooh, Kyle Smith, I'd like a Titan death table. So a Fallen Warhound or bigger. Oh yeah, probably a lot bigger. That could be really cool. Like, smashed over Titans. Interesting. Jeff Almond. There are some excellent Gothic Starship wreck files on Thingiverse. They look great. Neat. George Gajardo, crap. Now I'm browsing through Steam. Probably going to buy some games I'll never install again. Ooh, you should get Darkwood. It's a really, really fun, spooky game. Much spooks, very game.
Jeez. I went to Thingiverse, and the first thing that I see on there is a toilet paper holder.
Ah, nice.
That somebody made. It's a geometric one, though. It actually looks cool. It, like, holds your, I guess, unused ones. Like, the one that isn't, like, it just holds them.
I saw a great little thing somebody made where it's like a little skeleton that holds the toilet paper. And so somebody made a meme out of it that's like, your ass tissues, my lord.
I get it. It's because they're for your ass. Colby Cole, should I do some normal green-skinned orcs or some other color? If so, what other color should I choose?
Ooh, red, orange, yellow, blue, or purple?
Red.
He has spoken. Red would actually be really, really dope. It'd be really cool also if like maybe like you found like I know they make flowers in all different colors for scale models. It'd be really cool if you included flowers of that color, like they just eat the flowers and then that's what turns them the color.
Oh, yeah, that'd be pretty good. They eat a lot of roses.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Aaron Ferguson. Nick, tomorrow you will get live Gits tips while I dump on kids in Halo Infinite flight. Perfect. That's awesome. Gits tips. Colby Cole. What? That's a great idea. I'm taking it. Thank you. We've helped another one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm full of ideas. Give me another one.
No.
Okay.
USA Libertarian. An orc buggy with squigs instead of wheels.
Oh, that would be really funny.
That would be really, really fun. Blackwater Clock, what do you think about a lot of verticality in a 40k map?
I don't know. I know it works. It would probably work great in like Kill Team Necromunda, but I don't know how it would work in big 40k because there's a lot of bigger models like dreadnoughts, vehicles, skimmers. I feel like you're kind of stuck with not doing that.
Yeah, I had a hard time in a previous game of new Kill Team. I was up in a building, and even though I got a little bit of cover, I still died insanely quick. Like because I was trying to shoot down at them, and I like did nothing, and then they killed me.
Yeah.
Commanders versus Krieg, because that what is the cover? You get an extra dice or whatever.
One of your defense dice is automatically a normal save.
Yes, that's what it is. It doesn't really do anything if you got a ton of attacks against you.
Yeah.
You only save one.
Yeah, so I think I like the idea of there's not a lot of incentive to go up. I mean, you can. One thing that is really really nice is you can ignore other people's conceal orders, which is pretty huge. But it's still. I like the idea of putting objectives up to really force people onto buildings.
Yes, that's kind of what I think because they're really like all the games that we've played. I haven't really found a reason to go up.
And like you're losing 4 to 6 inches to go up, so it's kind of a little bit punishing. If you dash, you only get 8. You're getting 8 inches.
That's true. And for some reason, I know a lot about 8 inches. That increment, I get a lot of. USA Libertarian, anyone dressing up for Halloween?
Probably not. I don't own a costume. I have a Poe Dameron jacket. I could put that on.
I'm gonna be a sexy nurse.
Yeah.
I'm actually wearing the costume right now.
Aaron H., I ran a narrative apocalypse campaign once. One of the tables was a mountain, and it had caves on a separate table. Oh, that is badass. That's kind of a brilliant idea to have another feature on a separate table. Like, you've now entered the other realm.
Do you remember we played a long time ago? We played a weird game where you had this like weird disco ball thing, and we put that on one table, and then we had a different table, and then we had a piece of wood that went between the two.
we had a board, and you could run across the board. 2 whole tables.
Yeah,
it was pretty crazy. Yeah, anything you can do to make the tables interesting, I think. even if like you play with sizing or. I think terrain really has one of the biggest impacts of how your game goes.
Yes, I agree. And I think the idea that you talked about in today's Models and Memories is an interesting one. We're like building stuff out of cardboard, and tried a bunch of stuff because you know, once you have the shapes, it's easy enough to figure out what it should look like.
Yeah. And I think I don't know how much you really have to worry about modularity. I wonder if modularity is a little bit of a if it like hurts more than it helps. Because isn't everything modular? Like, you know, having just some pieces of terrain, some large, some small, some medium, that's modular.
Yeah.
But it gets a
I
little
guess
samey.
I guess the idea is like the orc terrain in Octeris, where you can build it as one giant building or small separate buildings.
That's true, yeah.
But how often are you really going to build it as one big building? Because it takes up
Yeah.
so much room. I mean, it takes up almost the whole board. And if you had that in the middle, it wouldn't necessarily be fun to play on that all the time.
Yeah, every now and then for sure, but
Yeah.
although right now I'm picturing it, it'd be pretty badass for at least one game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It is fun because I mean we had the stronghold, which you can get on our Patreon. You get the SDLs, and we had that in the middle, and that was
that's
fun
nice, big boy.
To play around.
And you can hop up on top of there.
Exactly. I did, and I got shot down immediately. I think if one of the although because of the game mode we couldn't, but I think if one of the objectives was up there, that would have been pretty good. Fighting to the top.
Craig Jones, warped parts is common with resin models. It usually happens when the model is cooling. It is super easy to fix. Just warm the parts up and strain it out, and then dunk it in cold water. Yeah, I often do that. If you put a thing of water in the microwave, you boil it, and then you just dunk your part, let it sit in the hot water for a few minutes, pull it out, straighten it. It'll usually do the job pretty good. Although, one problem that metal models often have is the models will either be pinched or expanded, where the metal that was forced inside of the mold will either slightly expand, and so you'll end up with a part that's a little fatter, or it'll suck in as it's cooling, and then your part will be a little bit skinnier than it should be.
I think the big problem with the metal stuff is that they're made out of metal.
Yeah, metal's kind of poopy.
I don't like that part.
Colby Cole, should I do some normal green-skinned orcs or do some other color? If so, which color? Oh, yeah.
We answered that one. Yep.
Jeff Almond, I printed out a whole ship with some Star Wars Legion parts for the interior. The bows and engines look amazing. Took forever to print, though. I bet.
There's a lot of... I'm looking at just like the main page, and there's a bunch of just spooky stuff to print. Like, because it's October now. Like, there's some cute ghosts.
Durzod, my Halloween costume is simple. I will carry around cornflakes and a rubber dagger stuck in it. Yep, I'm a serial killer. That's pretty good.
I get it, because it's cereal. I know, I was on a bowling league when I was a kid. And that's somebody dressed up as a serial killer. And they dressed up as a giant box of cereal.
So the cereal is the killer.
Yeah.
Nice. Force Member 45. There was a game of Warhammer Fantasy a long time ago that my friends and I did that featured two tables. Both had a portal leading to the center of the table on the other. That is super cool.
Yep. I like it.
Kazagrat, are you guys going to sign up for Armies on Parade? No, I don't know what that is. Do I have to sign the NDA?
Yes, you do.
Good.
Joaquin Costa, it's October, so we need more Necrons so they can do us a fright. Because they're scallies.
Spooky, scary Necrons send shivers down your spine.
Exactly. For some reason, we were looking at Necrons today. We were looking at the ones that you painted.
Yeah. I looked at a lot of miniatures that I painted.
We did. I think we looked at almost all of the ones that you painted.
Yeah.
Besides all the ones that you sold.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't look at those ones.
No. I mean, technically we did in the video today.
That is true. I'm surprised nobody asked, because usually on Models Memories we go over some some of the news, like new models and stuff. And I'm surprised nobody asked about the Grimaldus.
Yeah, that's true. I guess I had them so engrossed with my terrain and selling models.
I guess that was a Grimaldus was earlier in the week, so people don't care anymore.
Yeah. Gazgul Thraka, Chaplain skulls for the Skull Throne. Looks good, lads. Wah! Jason M., I love metal models. I mean, I have a bunch, and I do enjoy them, but plastic is king.
I will never own one. I'm going to say that out loud.
Blue Glove, hello brothers and sisters. Have you read the good book? The book of one-page rules. I've perused. I haven't given them a proper read yet, but they look kind of neat. Nurgle's chosen Wog. How do you guys deal with burnout with all the content you put out? Well, on my end, even though it's kind of technically all the same thing, it feels very different because every video is approached differently and done in different orders and takes different amounts of time. So it never really feels like the same, which helps a lot.
This is true. I would say editing is almost the same, but we've come up with different, because it's different to edit a Monday video that's shorter than it is to edit a Wednesday video, and we usually try to experiment on the Wednesday videos, so those become different. The models and memories, though, they're the same every single day. But those are super easy because I can almost watch and edit them at the same time now because I've said I have a really good template. But yeah. So I think we have very varied content, which I think makes it a little bit more fun.
Yeah. Also, we like making the videos. Like, it's fun.
This is true.
I mean, not every second of it is fun, but overall it's enjoyable.
I like the part when it's done. That's my favorite part. No, I think the figuring it all out and the arguing about it and figuring it out and then realizing what to do and then doing it and then it works. Or sometimes it doesn't. But it really often doesn't work out. I don't think we ever had
Usually we come up with these pipe dream ideas, and then 2 or 3 hours later, the one shot is done, and it's going to be 15 seconds of the video.
Exactly. That's awesome.
Kyle Smith, anyone ever use a black light or glow dark paints before? I haven't. I don't quite get them. Because, they only look super cool under the UV. Although I would be super down for, real glow-in-the-dark paint, where you shine a flashlight and then it glows for a second. That is somehow real to me. I guess because it's visible under normal lighting. As opposed to having to be a UV. Because the UV kind of kills everything else but the UV reactive paint. Ethan Lewis, just turning in before bed today. I love your videos so much, I was compelled to comment on it. I just want compelling map design in tabletop games. Yeah, me too.
Yep. It'll happen.
You say, Libertarian, you deal with burnout the same way you deal with fallout. You stick it back in. Gazgul Thraka, the Crozius and Power Fist is so cool looking. Love that mini. Yeah, I don't know if they sell this guy anymore, which is kind of a shame. He's pretty dope. But I got him.
Liger
Are you
fan,
not entertained?
Liger fan, do they really want a dislike on the video? Yes.
Yeah.
That's why we asked for it.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Hardy, do you ever give your models unique names?
Sometimes. I made two a captain and a lieutenant for my 8th edition Space Marine army named like Sigvald and Warmund, and they had backstories, and the captain Warmund was kind of a blowhard and a show off, and nobody liked him, but he was in charge. But his second in command was the one who was honorable and good and better, but he was the second in command, so he didn't have as much authority. But I think those are the only two, really. I'd like to, though. It's fun. I also have a scout named Redrum, because I just used a random name generator.
Well, just browsing a little bit on Thingiverse, I found a car mod for your Crocs. It adds a spoiler to the back.
Nice.
And a muffler.
Are they printing as we speak?
Yes.
I know. I've seen also somebody made spurs for Crocs.
Uh-huh. Oh my god. They packed like the muffler with like paper or something, and they lit it on fire.
Oh, that's really good.
Jeez Louise. They just hot glued this all on. People are talking about how they did it, how they made it. Jeez Louise.
Caster Coon, speaking of content, why don't you guys do a EOB critique corner episode where you give constructive criticism of your community's EOB complete entries? Well, funny you mention that, because we do exactly that over on Patreon.
Yes.
What is our show called?
It's critique. Something.
Should be called EOB critique.
That would be a good name. It's something like that.
It's something like, yeah. But yeah, we take people. We don't just pick randomly from, though. We ask our patrons to send us specific models where they would like us to like really look at in depth.
Mm-hmm. It's called community critique.
Community critique.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, so we feature like 3 or 4 an episode, and we just talk about them.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a good amount of entries so far.
Yeah.
Which is good.
And if you're a patron, feel free to add. You will be selected and talked about.
This is true.
You basically get your own private video.
Mm-hmm.
No, you do get your own private video.
Yeah. Caster Coon, guess I should subscribe to that then. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
STLs, behind the scenes, voting on what miniatures I paint. I mean, it's an absolute steal. It's a Steely Dan.
And speaking of Steely Dan,
yeah,
it's 10 o'clock. And you know what that means? Speaking of Patreon, jeez Louise. We're going to be switching to our Patreon-only stream, where you can actually call in and chat with us live. Isn't that fun? With your voice.
Yeah.
You can actually say words to us, and we could be like, yeah. Neat, cool. And, yeah, you can make fun of us, and then we can cry, and you can actually hear us crying to the mean things that you said. It's a lot of fun. But we'll be back with another live stream on Saturday.
Yeehaw.
Yep.
Hold on one second, I gotta finish. There we go. Okay. Go watch all the videos. We had a new one up today. We had one on Wednesday. We had one on Monday. And we've had that same routine for a year.
This is very true. And we have one coming out on Saturday, but it's Patreon only.
Yeah. Ooh, it's a spicy one.
Talking about Warhammer Plus.
Mm-hmm. All right, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
And